Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Underhood Show presented by Mel Hambelton Ford. My name is Phil Nightingale. I'm the general manager. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning.
Josh is our service director and ready to go for another Saturday morning, right?
Yeah.
316-462-3673. Hey, anything ailing your car, tires, brakes, batteries, whatever it might be, we're here to answer your questions and make sure you can understand your car better. But again, there's all kinds of things we can talk about in the automobile world, from MH Ford Racing, what's going on at the Hutch Nationals, all kinds of excitement over there today. We got to get through all that stuff too, Josh. What's going to happen this evening over there? It's going to be fun and exciting. So let's get the phones ringing. 316-462-3673. Anything you want to talk about in the automobile world, and always get this great price package valued over $130. And as always, Josh, what's in that package?
So we're going to send it out to you, but it's going to consist of the works, which is an oil change and tire rotation. We use Motorcraft oil and filter products here at Mel Hambelton Ford. While we're performing that, we're also going to complete a multi-point inspection on the vehicle, checking over the tires, brakes, steering, suspension, all the safety-related components, make sure that vehicle's ready to go for the next 5,000 miles of driving. You'll also receive $10 to Mel's Diner, so you get yourself something to eat and drink while you're here with us at the Big Corner, as well as complete nitrogen for your tires, so you get all the great benefits that nitrogen has to offer for your tires. And then a BG products package, which is going to consist of a can of MOA or motor oil additive for your engine oil, and then a can of CF5 for your fuel system. Again, just getting that vehicle geared up and ready to go for that next 5,000 miles of driving. So,
all right, 316-462-3673. And who got somebody trying to be a little funny today, doesn't he?
One-handed.
No, that's not even that.
Oh.
They can't even. Not even that. One-handed. Yeah, no, not even close to that. Maybe what he needs to get a headset on.
You want to hop over here and help fix some cars, buddy? Huh? You've driven? Yeah. Okay.
What have you driven? Ricky Bobby.
Did you ever have anybody put that in as their favorite race car driver?
Nope.
On the
Not one. Not one deal. So I've never had anybody say that to you. So,
but it is a call-in show. 316-462-3673. Call in, and if you got something ailing your car, you want to talk about check engine light or how it's acting up, we'll see if we can't figure out what's going on with it for you. And then been known to throw in the diagnostic and get the vehicle brought in and fixed up. So 316-462-3673 is the number to reach us on the air. So had a lot of a crazy week so far for you.
It has been a wild week, but it's been fun getting all prepped up for the Hutch Nationals and everything else like that. And we can talk about what's going on from the Mel Hambelton Ford side and the MH Ford Racing. And we can also want to talk about Team 3J, what's happening over there. We can do that too. So, hey, anyway, good morning, Ryan Sauer, and morning, James, and everything else too. And so anyway, let's first kick off with what's happening with MH Ford Racing over there at the Hutch Fairgrounds, to 65th Hutch Nationals, and has had 2 nights already of great racing and stuff, and got the final finale tonight. So it's going to be fun and exciting there too. And the modifieds are going to do a 50-lap feature and 25-lap pit stop. If you change tires, you go to the back of the pack. So it's going to be interesting to see what guys do and how you run the first 25 and how you run the second 25 and everything else too.
So feature last night. Oh, you had a couple features last night, right?
A couple heat races.
Okay, a couple of heat races. What was the length of those?
Well, we did 8 laps yesterday, and 2 complete redraws and stuff. So that was fun there too. That part, so we kind of raced with different guys in each one of the heat races and stuff too. But so then tonight, kind of get through everything. Scott Stiles is going to call here in a little bit, so hopefully he can give us a complete rundown of all the classes, everything that's going to go on there from that part. So that'll be fun when he gets on the phone here too. So And James Cock, good morning. And also Vincent, good morning. So let's go through what's happening tonight at the fairgrounds. So,
well, first of all, we've got 5 contestants already.
Got 5 done, right?
That we've drawn for.
Yeah.
On the escape that we're giving away. And so this evening, all you got to do is be in at the event this evening at the Hutch Nationals. We'll have some registration tables set up throughout the event. But literally, it's just a matter of registering right there, and we're going to drive 5 more finalists. And so for a total of 10, and all 10 of those people are going to get a key to start this escape.
Yeah. So all you got to do is be on the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
We're going to have several places for you to get registered, to main gate and over in the pits. And then also in our parts trailer, we'll have registration ballots. You can get there. And had a question on Facebook this morning, what time do we need to be there to get registered? And I would tell you that I will be telling you to be there before 7.
Yeah.
To get registered up and stuff too. So that's right, Scott. Pack the stands. And Daniel, good morning. Hello. And so let's so we've got 5. Got 5 more we're going to draw up out of the stands tonight. And, of course, the ice cream truck's going to be there. And we're going to have all kinds of exciting stuff going on. And the 10 winners, no matter what, if you don't walk away with a car, you're still going to walk away with a great prize package. We got these Hoosier bags that C-Ray from NCRA put together, and all kinds of goodies and stuff inside those 10 bags. So you're not going to walk away a loser, that's for sure. So we have confirmed that the 5 or that we first pre-drew from Facebook is still there. They will be there. So
confirm that they will be showing up.
What we said we would do if someone couldn't show up, that we would actually take 6 from the crowd or whatever it might be. So
just to make sure that we got 10 finalists with keys.
So anyway, all 5 of them going to be there. So there'll be 5 coming out of the stands. Next thing is to keep voting. And the reason why is because you're voting for your favorite local driver. The local driver that gets the most votes is going to walk away with a fire suit. The second place is going to walk away with a helmet, and third place is going to get a choice of tires or fuel, whatever he'd like to choose for third place from the local driver. So keep getting out on our Facebook page and like, comment, and share who your favorite race car driver is, and let's see who wins that. Who wins those prize packages. So it looks like we got a caller coming into the show here. So Josh will get them patched in here in just a second. And for that part. So 316-462-3673. Anything ailing your car, tires, brakes, batteries, or you just want to talk about what's going on in the Hutch Nationals or new products, whatever it might be, we're here to answer your questions and take your calls. So,
Colin, you're on live with Under the Hood. Go ahead.
Hey, guys, I was wondering, I know you do pretty much everything about the car. Do you also do windshields?
I'm sorry. Say that one more time, bud.
Do you guys do windshields?
Oh, yes. Yeah, that is something that we can assist you with and get taken care of for you. So, yeah, be more than happy to help you out with that. Do you have I've got a couple of different things that I'd like to even talk about glass, situations that actually happened this week with me.
Okay.
So, one, I had a customer come in, and they've got a vehicle that required a rather expensive windshield. And they had it was a pretty decent sized pit in this windshield with some spiders off to it, and it was off to the passenger side. But when they brought it in, we were able to look at it, and we were actually able to repair the windshield versus replace it. And it ended up saving a couple grand to do that because of the expense of this windshield. So one, whether the vehicle or the windshield would be able to be repaired or not is one of the things that I would always want to look at. Now, if it's clearly cracked out and needs to be replaced, then that goes into the next thing that I would talk about on replacement of a windshield is there's a lot of different options on glass. You can get aftermarket glass, or you can get the original equipment glass. And just like a set of brake pads or other components that you would replace on your vehicle, OE glass is I always try to lean towards OE glass. It's typically more expensive, but that your car was designed to work with that original equipment glass. And a lot of people don't understand it, but the windshield is a huge part of the airbag system in the vehicle, or the safety restraint system in that vehicle. in lieu of one, a lot of times on the passenger side, the airbag will actually pop up on the dash and then hit against the windshield and then come out towards the passenger for that side. And then two, just the strength of the glass as far as holding occupancies and things in the vehicle in a collision as well. The other thing is just visibility out of it. There's oftentimes a lot of the clarity of the glass when it's aftermarket versus OE, and then in addition to it, just the noise or the sound or the audible wind noise that you can hear on aftermarket glass versus factory glass. So there's a lot of things there too. My biggest thing is the structural integrity of that car. If I'm in a crash, I want to know, because that windshield does help hold that car together, makes it stronger and everything else too. So I would want the best windshield I could put in there. Plus, the next thing is you get that cheaper windshield and stuff, and well, she's going to crack out a lot easier. You might buy two of them, time you buy the other one. Yep, for sure. So
what if it has a little bit of a? I mean, this is a 13-year-old car, and this crack is all the way across, but it's at the bottom of it where it doesn't impede my vision. But it's just annoying, and I need to get it fixed. But the windshield itself has a little blue strip on the top, like a sun visor built in.
Like a little glare strip up there.
Yeah.
Colin, be more than happy to get you some help on that and get an estimate on getting that thing replaced for you. In fact, I'll have somebody give you a call after the show, and we'll get all that information for you, and then get you an estimate worked up on what it would take to get that replaced for you. Okay.
I appreciate that.
Perfect. You have a good rest of your day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. We got another caller coming through, right?
Yep, we do. We'll get them patched through here.
All right, 316-462-3673. Hey, anything Angler car, tires, brakes, batteries. Want to talk about Hutch Nationals, which is really what's exciting, what's going to happen over there tonight. See who the lucky winner is going to be to win that God, I can't spit it out, Josh. 2021 Escape. And it's like a $30,000 car, so it's going to be pretty huge for someone to walk away with that too. So good morning, Scott. How are you, buddy?
I was just calling to see if you guys put helium in your tires.
We do. It makes the car lighter and more fuel efficient.
That's my favorite part of the whole dang show every week. Is don't forget about the helium in your tires. I love that. That's great. Hey, Good morning, gentlemen. How are you guys?
Pretty good, buddy. And are you in Hutch, or are you here in Wichita, or where you at, buddy?
Oh no. We've been over here since Wednesday. My folks. My dad has early stages dementia, and he's always, it's one reason I'm still doing this is because just in honor of him. He took me to my first race when I was 6 months old at Eldor Speedway. He grew up at Eldor. I mean, him and Earl Bowles were pretty close, and over at Eldor, Tony Stewart owns that now, and so they came out here for the first time to see me do this at the Hutch Nationals. It's been a big honor for them to be here and see everybody one more time, so it's been fun, and they just love racing, but anyways, just extraordinary event, and I can't thank Phil, you, and Lisa, and Josh, and all of your team's efforts for on behalf of C. Ray and his family, the whole family of how extraordinary this event has been this week. It's been nothing but rave reviews from the racetrack to the stands. Last night we had the biggest attendance on a Friday night in the last 10 years. So, and that's kudos to you guys and all the social media and everything you guys have done. And it is an event.
It is an event.
It's not just a race. It's an event. And, but anyways, Gander RV has brought over some beautiful motorhomes or trailers for C. Ray and I to stay in this week, and appreciate them as well. But it all starts with your guys' efforts and all the media you've provided us, and just a great relationship.
It is, buddy. And so we're having thunder here in Wichita right now. So what's it doing over there?
So it started raining about 9, a little after 9 this morning, or I'm sorry, a little after 8 this morning. And it's just a steady rain. Now we had a hard rain, but then it stopped, and now it's just a steady rain, which is great because it saves Dick Coleman from making lap after lap around the track to water it. And once it stops, they'll let it sit for about an hour. I already spoken with 2 meteorologists this morning. It looks like it's going to be hit and miss throughout the morning to about 2 in the afternoon. And they'll let it sit, and then they'll work that water in the track, and we're going to have another great 2-3 wide racing tonight here for the finals of the 65th annual Riley Auto Parts Hutchinson Grand Nationals.
Yeah, so that's good. That's had a couple of people text me already and say, "Oh, it's raining in Hutch." Oh, no. I said, that's a good thing. As long as it stops, like you said, somewhere around the 2 o'clock range, 3 o'clock range, It's okay.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's going to be out of here. There's no more rain till probably mid-Sunday. So, our plan is to get this event in tonight, and that's we're full go right now, and we're in race mode already, and trying to put a plan together for how the program's going to run tonight. The intermission, the great giveaway you guys are doing tonight. Just it's been rave reviews about that. I'm excited to have Lisa on the main stage tonight as well, and all the great fans are going to be attending this. The drivers that have been participating here. It's just it's almost overwhelming how big this thing has gotten with the car giveaway and everything. And that's kudos to you guys.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, Scott, and see who that lucky winner is going to be. And we do have all first 5 confirmed that will be there tonight that we drew off of Facebook. I was a little worried maybe we're not going to get all 5, but then we'd had to have fun drawing 6 out of the stands instead of 5. So it's going to be fun to see who the 5 are out of the stands that come in down there and everything else too. But Scott,
we had great racing last night too, Phil.
Yep.
Jake was really good in that second round of the heat race. Had a great run there in the 3J car, and he starts outside third row tonight. And got some heavy hitters in those first 3 rows and 50 laps. And the strategies and philosophies are going to take place tonight. It's going to be really neat to see. I know you stated to me you worked harder than ever to make sure you had a good game plan ready to go, and we've done the same thing with your help and. Murphy Tractor and Equipment. What a great sponsor they have been to bring over $750,000 worth of equipment and to tear this thing up and allow C. Ray and Dick, and then there's been several people, Matt and Pat's been out there as well, and Curtis and Dan from Murphy Tractor Equipment making lap after lap and grooming this track and putting it back in place. And they've already made a commitment to next year to even make it better. They're going to drone this. They're going to take 5 million images with a drone, send it to an engineering firm in California, and we're going to restructure this track, and we're going to try to do whatever we can to even make it better next year.
That's huge and exciting. And, I know, Scott, there's a lot of rumors running around that tracks getting torn down, all that kind of stuff. It's amazing how things get screwed around and messed up and everything else, too. We got a new fair board manager coming in, so it'll be interesting to see what he wants to do and that sort of thing. But, that track cannot go away. We've got to do what we can to keep that. And that's why Lisa and I are so heavily involved to make sure that track doesn't go away, to make sure everybody sees the excitement level, the commitment to put into this thing to keep that track there. That track does not need to go away.
Well, I thought C. Ray did a great job of just sharing his feelings about it and the rumors in the drivers' meeting last night, which got a pretty good ovation over that. Part of the insurance deal when we had a sprint car slip last year, they had those brackets that held that little chicken wire fence above that with those 2x10s or 2x8s, whatever they were. And, with wood coming into the cockpit or that bracket, the insurance company said, hey, we're moving forward. So when when the fair guys tore all that down, rumors started flying. Oh, they're already starting to tear down the wall. Well, that was just for the safety aspect of the drivers. Oh, and we saw that last night with a huge barrel roll flip of Kobe Barksdale, which I'm happy to say that he did have a concussion, was back at the car last night after getting checked out at the hospital. And
he's okay.
That was another story. Yeah, he came from Indiana. He's been racing with the USAC guys back in Indiana, racing Kokomo and Putnamville and everything. He was planning on going to Eldora for the 4 Crown this year. He's really improved as a sprint car driver. And came back. The Barksdale name is not in the history books of the winning the Nationals, and he wanted to do that for his dad, who runs that wingless Midwest sprint car division. And he just got a little too high there and dominated that heat race, and just barrel rolled about 8 times off of turn 3 and got way above the fence. And luckily came away with just a concussion last night and a pretty good swollen eye.
Yeah, exactly. So it's amazing the wrecks some of these guys take, and now with the social media out there and stuff, you get to see these wrecks all over the country. And I know we lost a gentleman down in Texas here earlier this week or last week, whatever it was, but still the safety factor that's been put in these race cars, just like NASCAR and IndyCar and everywhere else. These guys can take a heck of a hit and they're still okay.
Yeah, and I'd be remiss not to say as well, I heard a lot of things. When you come over here, this Nationals, it's a beast. It's feast or famine. And one thing about it, there were several guys that said, if your parts trailer wouldn't have been there last night or this week, they would have been done and had to load up and go back to where they went, try to fix the car and drive back over. where 99% of the time, Phil and Josh, your trailer provides the driver a breath of fresh air where they can go to that, get what they need most of the time, and be able to get their car ready and get back on the track for another event. So, once again, that's great that you guys provide that service for these racers.
Scott, we started these trailers. I think we're in our third year with these trailers and stuff, and now we've grown into 2 big 48-foot and a 40-foot, and then we used to have just one van running around. Now we got 4 vans running and stuff too. But it is what it's about. It's racing, and that's what we're here to do, is to give back. We're not here just to take from these racers and take their money to help build their deal. We're here to support those racers, support this sport more importantly, and everything. We go all over with these trailers and stuff too, and we're here to support this sport, to keep it growing and everything else too. And the Hoosier tire thing is just going bonkers and crazy with us this year. Hoosiers even calling us, wanting to know how we're doing what we're doing, and it's just customer service. We're just here to give back to this sport and help support all the different races around this area and everything else too. So it is fun to watch those trailers, and I hate to tell you, I went to the trailer myself last night too. So
yeah.
Yeah,
well, that's what it's there for. Last night we had spectacular racing, that late model race with Kip Hughes and Leonard. They were going at it, and 2 wide. We had 3 wide racing and AAA modifieds for that feature event. The Kemp family, both boys and son, Kendall, Kyler, and Kevin. The dad finished third. That's first time in the history of that 3 members of the same family finished top 3 podium finish. So there's a lot of firsts. The night before that, we had the closest sprint car finish in the history of the Nationals, a .018 18,000ths of a second difference.
Crazy
there. And so it's just been great.
Yeah, it has been. And excited for tonight. A lot of exciting things going on tonight with the car giveaway. And got a gentleman on Facebook. How were the 5 notified? I think he's asking about the first 5 from Facebook. We contacted them through Facebook. We also contacted them through phone. Tonight, that's another question. People want to know how we're going to contact them. And we're going to go right after the phone and text you and call you. And then, Scott, we're going to give you the list and have you announcing out there to get those people the next 5 and stuff too. So it's going to be fun at intermission. That's for sure.
Yeah, we're going to, just so everybody knows, we'll get through preliminary stuff, and then we'll take that break before we start the championship events. We'll crown 4 more champions tonight, and then the 50 lapper during that intermission. We will take it'll take 35, 40 minutes because we want to do it right.
Yep.
We want to make sure, you guys have stepped up in such a big way. We want to make sure that you guys get to do what you need to do, and we want to make really a celebration of this car and get this giveaway. And it's not a 2-year lease. This is something you came back with Siri with, and he's emphasized it several times that this is taxes are taken care of. Everything you drive it, we never have to see it again if you don't want to, But we would like, and I'm going to say this right now, and you haven't told me this, but I really hope the winner really spreads the word on social media as well, and is thankful and is appreciative. Because that is a big deal, and it's going to change somebody's life tonight. It truly is. It
is. And, several people, we give away the 2 tickets and the fuel packages all week long. And I bet we had, Scott, out of those 15 people, 5 people come up to me and tell me, hey, we just wrecked our car. Or had a lady was in here just yesterday saying, man, I hope I can win. My daughter just was in a car wreck. And I said, everything okay? Well, no, she hurt her knee. But then I looked at the car and I can't actually believe she walked away from it. So it never fails. It's usually somebody gets that car that's well-deserved or needs something or whatever like that from that part. So it's going to be fun to see who that person is who wins it, and the excitement level it's going to bring and everything else too. Just got to tell everybody, don't take a chance and not be in those fairgrounds sometime tonight to get pressured up for the situation.
I think we should do for the 50 lapper, and I had talked to C-Ray this, and he might fire me. I don't know. Probably not. But
just go ahead and announce it.
One more night. It needs to be one more night at least. But anyways, I think it'd be great for Lisa to wave the green flag to start the 50 lapper if she wanted to do that. I've really been thinking about that, and I think it'd be a great honor to have her start the 50 lapper and wave the green flag as they come down for the start of that race.
Yeah, she's trust me, she'll love that, because she's thrown the green flag a couple other times and think, well, back when C was running 81, the very time we kicked off that first race, we flew the helicopter, and she threw the green flag for that. So I think she would love to do that. So
and Josh, are we going to see you tonight? You going to make an appearance?
Yeah, I'm going to be there. We'll be giving some registration stuff away. So
good. We're looking forward to talking to you as well. But no, we're looking forward to tonight. Races up. They moved up to 7:00. To allow that extra time to give with the car away. We've been starting at 7:30. So get here early and let's have some fun. Let's pack this place. And once again, I feel, you've been not only a great friend, but just a great supporter of not only this event, but racing. And I know C-Ray and Mammy and Dick and Russell, man, the Hall family and myself, Shanny, and everybody, Brian, Melissa, we could not thank you enough for what you have done. And just it's going to be amazing, and we really appreciate you and Lisa and Mel Hambelton Ford family, being partners with us and a family to us as well. So I know we've been on your show many times the last few weeks, and people are probably getting sick and tired of hearing about us. But let's end it with a bang tonight, and let's go out and start building that momentum for next year.
Yeah, it's kind of like I sat down here with Josh this morning. I said, Josh, it's kind of odd. It's just you and I. But Scott, if I'd have known where my car was at, where I was setting already, if I know what the car was going to be, where it is today, and the state it's in, I'd have loved to have been over there and Hutch doing the show live, but I didn't want to take a chance, depending on what I needed to do, where I needed to be, what was going on with the car, and all that kind of stuff too. Because
it's too important. You guys work too hard to get where you're at, and it's a big deal tonight.
Yeah, exactly. So, Scott, let's have some fun tonight. Everybody, let's pack those stands full of people. Let's see who's going to be the lucky one to walk away with. And I'm just going to tell you, even if I wasn't a race fan, I'd be in those stands, and my name would be registered in all three spots, trying to get myself into to be one of those best class contenders to get in there.
And you can register as much as you want, right? Am I right about that? I mean, you can register.
I think so. I don't know what would hurt to do that part of it. So. But anyway, like I said, there will be a place at the entrance of the fairgrounds. There will be at the pit entrance, and then out at our parts trailer for everyone to get their chance to get registered and everything else like that part. So very easy to do. And then make sure you write your cell phone down, because we always have some problem with people writing their cell phone down where we can legibly read it.
Legible.
Yeah, so we can read it and stuff. So pay attention to your phone and be there before 7 o'clock. You say the races start at 7 tonight?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Hey, that's the other thing, Scott. Josh asked me to. I can't even think what's all running. I got myself focused on
what
Team
he's
3J.
doing.
We got the late models. We'll have the your modifieds. We'll have the B mods, and then we have the thumper division that we used to call stock cars, like the Scott Millers and the Bo Davises and those guys.
Okay, so
we'll have 4 different classes.
There's just features tonight. Then is that correct, or is there still some heat races?
The B mods. The B mods and the thumpers will run complete shows tonight, and then we'll have a couple hot lap sessions for the modified division, and we'll give you plenty of time for setup and practice, and then we'll fire off that 50 lap event. Which once again, people need to understand. Just the basic rules of the 50 lap feature event. I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but we will start that feature event. We will stop after lap 25 is completed. So lap 26 will not count, but you will complete lap 25. You will come single file. We'll try to stage you down in front of the grandstand, starting about start finish line, and start you back. Once that last car is stopped, then the crews are allowed to come out, and we will have personnel along the cars, making sure nobody's changing the tire. If you do change a tire, you do go to the rear, but change air pressures, all that stuff, do what you got to do. I believe with fueling the car and everything, but you cannot change a tire. That's the rule. And then we'll get the pace lap going again. Lap 26 will be when the green flag drops, and we'll go another 25 and crown champion tonight of the Laurel Riley Auto Parts 65th Annual Hutchinson Grand Nationals, presented by Mel Hambelton Ford.
Scott, how long is the stop going to be?
Thank you. That's a good question, Josh. It's 5 minutes. When the last car comes to a complete stop, the clock will go. And then Warren or myself, whoever, we will announce after each minute goes by, you have 4 minutes. You have 3 minutes. And I think a lot of that time, me personally, I've been thinking about this all morning. I think there's going to be some other crew members seeing what other people are doing and either do opposite or not. Like, hey, Cole Truggus, changing the tire. That's not. We got 25, 26 laps left on that tire. There's going to be a lot of strategies go into place. Or Nightingale's not changing the tire. What do you want to do? That puts the pressure on the other league cars. So it's going to be interesting.
It is, Scott, and let me tell you, we've got every scenario thought about, talked about, and everything else dicing our heads and trying to figure it out. But I mean, it's going to me, the pit stop and what you do at that pit stop is, to me, it's going to be where you're in that. I don't even think it matters where you finish the first 25. I don't think it matters. But I think a lot of it's going to be track conditions. What's that track doing? What's happening at that track? And what's it going to do for another 25? And so it's going to be kind of, we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see.
Because,
Go ahead, Scott.
Because Phil, once we start this race, we're not going to prep the track after 25 laps. It's still, I mean, it is what it is. It's going to wear, and that's the nature of this beast, and that's the prestige of this race. Where can you survive? Can you be the survivor? Especially those last 5-7 laps. Is that tire going to hold up? And that sort of thing. So there's going to be a lot of anxiety for car owners, drivers, families, everything. And it's going to be a special event. You're not going to want to miss it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Like I said, even if you don't like racing, if you just come one time, you're going to fall in love with racing. It's so much fun. I ran into a couple customers last night that texted me they're there and they'd never been to the fairgrounds or the races. And I mean, I tell you, the smiles on their faces are worth every minute of hard work getting out there to show them. So
you mentioned that the athletic director for Hutchinson Community College, Josh Gooch, was here last night, and he came up. He goes, Scotty, he goes, why have you ever told me about this? He goes, I've seen your post on Facebook. He goes, because I've never been to a race in my life. He goes, I already canceled plans. I'm coming. He goes, I'm supposed to be at a golf tournament. I'm coming back tomorrow night. So I mean, he had his hat turned backwards by the end of the night, and I don't think that was Gatorade in his cup, but he was having a hell of a time.
Yeah.
So, well, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for inviting me on this morning. I know C. Ray, and once again, C. Ray and the entire family appreciate you guys very much, and we're looking forward to tonight. The rain's slowing down here right now, and starting to see a little bit of clearing over in the west. So hopefully that's a good sign, and allow us time, because this track will be ready to go tonight. I promise you.
Okay. Well, Scott, thanks for the time, and a couple of callers still holding on there, but sorry if those callers are holding. We needed to get this in and talk about what's all going on at the Hutch Nationals, because it's going to be a blast over tonight. Great partnership with C. Ray and all the gang over there, Scott. So appreciate you guys very much. And let's have an exciting night. Let's pack those grandstands full. Let's see who the lucky winner of that car is going to be. Let's see who the 4 champions are going to be. Lots of racing, lots of excitement, and it's going to be a blast, right?
All right, it's going to be over the top. We're going to have a great time. So look forward to seeing you guys over here, and we'll see you here in about 6 hours.
Sounds good, buddy.
Thanks.
Thank you, Scott. All right, got some callers holding, everybody. Sorry about that, but we needed to talk to Scott and get all the updates and everything going on at the Hutch Nationals. It's a big event going on over there this evening and everything else too. So thanks for everybody holding. And Daniel, sorry you had to hold for so long, but hope you're ready to go here too. So we'll get you on the phone here pretty quick.
Sounds like they are over there strategizing. He's a movie star staying in a trailer over there. It sounds like.
Yeah.
So let's see, I thought she had Daniel coming through here.
Okay.
Maybe not quite.
Maybe not quite yet, but yeah, some of these guys were holding and everything else too. So sorry about that, but good information coming from Scott and everything else too. So
Daniel, you're live with Under the Hood. Go ahead. Sorry about the hold.
Live? You sure about that?
Yeah, no, we are. We had Scott Stiles on there from the Hutch International or Hutch Nationals. We're visiting with him.
I'd love to go there and races, but that costs money. Anyway, I'm calling to give you an update.
Okay. What kind of update you got for us, buddy?
Well, I got Josh. The last time I was on, Josh, you made a comment. You said I could have all the fuel pressure I wanted, but it boils down to volume. You remember that?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I finally got the bed of my truck raised and installed the new fuel pump, and that truck started up like she should in 1988. And the old fuel pump assembly, I took it apart and put a 12-volt power to the pump. It still works. But Josh, here's the problem. I put kind of like we do on brakes, a vacuum test, and only I reversed it, and the volume coming out of that little pump, I mean, it just dribbled. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, the other question, you guys gave, I got that BG product way back in April, remember?
Yep.
Now, when I was checking volume, I put a container and a hose to the fuel line on the intake so I wouldn't get it all over like I did last time. Now, the gas sat for a couple of days in this container, and it was really yellow and thick. Now, would that be caused because I mixed Seafoam and BG?
No, you shouldn't have any. I wouldn't think you'd have any issues with mixing those two products, especially the volume of it wouldn't be concentrated enough to cause any issues either. So I wonder if there's not something going on with the fuel.
Well, the gas has probably been in there since February or March. And I don't know what the mixture is nowadays, but when I was a kid, gas would last 6-7 months before it starts thickening up and turning into shellac or varnish.
Yes. So, yeah, it should last. It should last that long, but you know, I don't know what the fuel was like previously that went into it, for one.
And then I'm kind of wondering what the inside of that tank looks like.
Was like, yeah.
Say what, Bill?
I wonder what the condition of the inside of your tank is. Is that?
Well, you know what an endoscope is, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I've hooked up an endoscope to my laptop, and this is before I even raised the bed. And wanted to verify I've got over 3/4 full tank of gas. That's why I didn't drop the tank. But anyway, plus you can't get to the darn fuel lines and all of that when you drop the tank because there's no room.
Yeah.
So anyway, I run the endoscope down, and it's got a built-in LED lights and stuff. And I should have recorded it. But anyway, it's a plastic tank. So it's hard to tell if there's any sludge or any buildup of any old gas, that kind of thing, you know. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I bring a sample of gas down to you guys, or would I take it straight to BG and have them run an analysis on it? I mean, I need to find out what's going on with this gas in my truck.
Yeah, we can take a look at that fuel and see what it looks like from there. But then the other side, I mean, if it's not right, I would be changing it out in the tank. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, drain the tank and all of that. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. And put fish in. But see, again, I live on a fixed income, so it's hard for me to do things like that. That's why it's taken all these months just to get where I'm at right now, because I can only buy parts. I got to pay bills first.
Sure.
And then if I get any money left over, then I'll buy the parts I need. And right now, the fuel pump assembly, throttle position switch, the stuff on the carburetor, I don't think I need to replace it, but I did. The IAC valve, map sensor, oxygen sensor, all of these sensors on the engine. So far, I got like almost $400, even though it's rockauto.com. They kill you with shipping. But anyway, I got all of these parts replaced. Come to find out, like you said, Josh, it's volume, not pressure.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we'd be more than happy to take a look at the fuel that you got and see what's going on with it.
Because it only sat in that plastic tub maybe a day or two, and it was like honey. It was really thick, and I put my finger on it, and the only way to describe it is like snot. I put my finger in it and pull it out, and there's a long stringer. You know what I mean? But yeah, I got the truck running. I've got the change the fuel filter now, and the cooling temperature sensor. Because after it started, I hooked up my OTC 4000E, and it's telling me the throttle position switch has got bad voltage. The knock sensors has no voltage. I got to replace it. I got to pull the starter, replace it. And then I find out on a video, when you pull the knock sensor out, you better have a bucket handy, because it's right in the water jacket.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Now, I got a last question on the knock sensor. I see all these YouTube idiots, right, and everyone said to use vice grips or something like that on the knock sensor. You as a mechanic, Josh and Phil, what do you recommend on how I remove it? I'm thinking about one of those big rubber straps we use for oil filters.
So they actually have sockets that are designed specifically for those sensors, those knock sensors.
Well, even if, yeah, I've seen that on rockauto.com.
Yeah.
And that little tool, the tool itself's $48. The knock sensor, I only paid $13 for it.
Yeah.
So outside of that special socket, yeah, I looked at it, and okay, I see the design, I see how it works. But if I put it's either 18 or 19 millimeter socket on the head, would it just spin around or what? I mean, I don't want to spend several hours getting this thing out like I did the bed of the truck.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously the best way to do it would be use the right socket. From there, I have seen guys use vice grips and pull it out that way as well. And it should, as long as it's not seized in there or something, that shouldn't be a problem.
Well, I understand you. I'm almost 70. I've been doing this for 60 years. I understand using the proper tools.
Yeah.
Like I said, it takes an 18 millimeter socket where the pigtail wire snaps on, okay? But if it's seized up, how am I going to get it out? That's my question. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I would definitely start with penetrating oil before you even started and letting that sit on there to aid you as much as you can.
Try to tighten it first, too, before you try to loosen it.
Yeah, that's something my dad taught me with cast iron bolts. I use PB Blaster, and after about 10 minutes, PB Blaster's great. Well, anyway, gentlemen, thank you for your attention and everything. I appreciate you letting me pick your brains, and I'll let the next caller come in. Thank you.
Thanks, Daniel.
Have a good day, bud.
4.
Okay, we got a couple callers holding. Sorry about that wait, but Daniel's always got some good information for us all, so that's why we had to talk to Daniel for quite a while.
We'll get the next caller through here and see what they got going on. So, are you all ready to go for this evening?
Not yet. Getting close, though. Not yet, but getting awful close. So, anyway, I just got to get the car maintenance up, ready to go, and everything's good and everything on the car. And so, like I said, glad we had a good night for there. So,
yep. Julie, you're live with Under the Hood. Go ahead.
Hi, I just wanted to tell you thank you for the great tickets. I went to the races last night. I'm going to go tonight. But I was wondering, is there any other ways to get a chance to get a key to that car?
Yeah, Julie, the only way to get it tonight is to be in the stands. As you come into the grandstands, Lisa will have several tables set up there for you to register. Or if you're coming through the pits, there will be at the pit station, there will be a sign up there. And then also in our parts trailer, we're going to have sign-ups in that place there too. So several places for you to register, but that's the only way to get in tonight now is through that registration ballot that we'll have for you at the track tonight.
Okay, thank you so much. You're doing a great job.
Hey, thanks, Julie. All right, let's go to the next caller coming up live here on the Under Hood Show. Anyway, 316-462-3673. Anything ailing your car, tires, brakes, batteries. But, hey, mostly let's talk about what's going on at the Hutch Nationals tonight and from that part. So get the next caller coming through. And here he comes, maybe, huh? Not quite yet.
Not quite. Getting close.
Getting close. So anyway, Josh, while we're waiting on that next caller, got him already, huh?
Got him. Got Jordan, you're live with Under the Hood. Go ahead.
Hey, Josh. Nice, fresh haircut, buddy. Looking sharp. 10 out of 10. You too, Phil.
Yeah, whatever.
It ought to be called the GQ show.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I get your GQ.
What is going on for you today?
It's my air conditioning. It's still my air conditioning. So here's the problem now. And you got to understand, okay, I'm rolling around in this Kansas heat. I'm not like you guys. I'm not in. I'm a large. I'm a bit of a buttermilk. Okay.
Buttermilk.
And yeah, I'm an observer by nature, and I'm about to die in this heat. So my AC was working pretty good. Everything's great. I've replaced about every component on it. I still got to replace the evaporator. I haven't done that yet, but all of a sudden, out of nowhere yesterday, it just quits working, quits blowing cold. And I noticed when I pop the hood, the compressor just kicks on, kicks off, kicks on, kicks off. I can see the clutch engage. It'll turn for 2 or 3 rotations and kick back on.
Yep.
Yelp is not a solution.
Okay. Well, so there's a couple of things that could definitely be causing that. The probably the first or most common thing would be
Get a new truck.
Yeah, from low refrigerant would be the most common cause of that. So it's a low pressure cycling switch that's making that thing kick on and off so much. But basically it's indicating that there's not enough freon in the system for that compressor to run to flow oil through the system to lubricate the compressor. And so it's going into basically a self-preservation mode, if you will. So one, if there's a leak somewhere, that would be allowing that refrigerant to get out, that would need to be addressed. So the other thing, if it wasn't low on refrigerant, could be a cycling switch. The other thing, the compressor clutch itself, could be
Brand new compressor.
There's an actual specification for the air gap between the compressor clutch and then the pulley or belt that drives that. And so if there's something going on there and it's not able to suck that compressor clutch in all the time, that could be another thing. But I'm going to say that we probably got a leak in one of those components or connections and probably got low refrigerant, and that's what's causing it to short cycle like that.
I just got it charged up and it's been working perfectly, and just boom, out of nowhere, I turned it on and nothing. I didn't even, we're actually driving on the road. So it must have sprung a leak.
Yeah. I would say that's the most likely cause. The other thing too is if for whatever reason there's a restriction in the system itself and your high pressures, or if your pressures got too high, there is actually a relief valve or a blow off on that refrigerant system. And you could have lost all the refrigerant that way. Now, if that's the case, that's typically a little bit more extensive of a repair, just because that means there's components that's causing a restriction somewhere, and then whatever damage that it may have done for being too high a pressure inside of that AC system. But I know I
can tell you this, though. The only thing I noticed weird was the top line going to the condenser was so hot it burned my hand when I touched it. And generally those are cold.
That's probably not very hot for you if it hurts you.
Probably. It was probably lukewarm.
That would probably be a good indication whenever you're generating heat like that you probably have too high pressures, would be my guess. So there may be a restriction inside of that system that's causing that, but be more than happy to take a look at it and see exactly what's going on with you for you.
If you can make me an appointment for next week, that'd be great. I'm driving around with a block of ice and a little mini fan blowing across the
I think we got an open spot for you somewhere around October 15th or something like that. That work?
No. We need like Monday at 8 a.m.
That's too funny.
Well,
too funny.
We'll get you fixed up and get you cooled back off.
All right. I appreciate that. You guys have a good day and good luck at Hutch tonight.
All right. Thanks, buddy. All right. 316-462-3673. Hey, it's a few more minutes left on the show. Anything ailing your car, tires, brakes, batteries. But if you want to talk about what's going on at the Hutch Nationals or questions about how to get registered for the Win That Escape tonight, 316-462-3673. So anyway, James Furman excited for tonight to wrap up the Hutch Nationals, and I'm excited that I'm 18 subscribers away from 1,000 here on YouTube. Hey, that's pretty cool, James. Good for you. And thinking of that, everybody jump over on YouTube for us and give us a like there too. We're trying to get to that 1,000 likes too, because once we get to the 1,000 likes, we can do much more things with this show and make it bigger and better for everybody. And from that part, so we greatly appreciate you commenting, liking, and sharing over on the YouTube side from that part too. So,
You know, the other thing we've got going on. Well, here we'll get that caller going through. Next week we got something going on next week too. What's going on next week? We got training for the Bronco.
Oh yeah, the Bronco's going to be here on Wednesday.
Actual Bronco. There's going to be one here.
Can you believe that?
That's going to be very exciting.
Blowing me away.
Yeah, very, very excited to see that here and see what all they got to.
Yeah,
got
well,
to
of course we know
that.
what we got to see, because Josh, we already got to go drive them and do all the stuff with it and everything else too. So from that part, waiting for a caller to come through here real quick, so we'll get them on the line here and see what questions they have.
And that's going to be Wednesday, right? I think
Wednesday. So if you want to see the new Bronco, full-size Bronco, come see us Wednesday. There's going to be a trainer here doing classes at 10 and 1 from that part. So if you want to see the full-size Bronco, I would highly suggest you come out and check out the new Bronco. Our courtesy transportation program Bronco, which is a Bronco we're going to keep here for 6 months for everybody to take a test drive and stuff, should be here any day. I can't believe it's not here yet. And let's go to the phones and talk to
James. James, you're live with Under the Hood. Go ahead.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I'm trying to toy with either buying a 20 or 21 Ford Explorer. And with respect to the engine, there's a lot of different options. You got the inline 4, the turbocharged, the V6, 3.5, 3.0, and the 3.3 hybrid. I'd like to know what, say, the pros and cons are between the 3.3 liter V6 hybrid and, say, the 3.5. And I drive, 70, 80 miles a day back and forth to a town near Wichita.
Okay, well, anyway, some of the motors are not available in all trim levels is the other thing, okay?
Yeah, okay.
From that part.
Well, I'd get say a limited.
Limited, yeah. So,
yeah.
And then as far as the hybrid, we've got a few of those, but I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think I even have an Explorer on the lot from this chip situation we have going on too. But
yeah,
from that part. But to me personally, if I was going to get a vehicle, I drove 70, 80 miles a day, I'd have the hybrid in a heartbeat. From that part. But some people are still skeptical about a hybrid, skeptical about what that's doing and everything else from that standpoint. But Josh, you can give your input from what you see in service and different things that I'm still missing out on, not being in that spot every day and everything else too.
Definitely on the honestly, either one of those engines are very good engines, and I don't really see any high point of failure with either one of them. Hybrids have really come a long way in their industry, and the warranty that comes behind those hybrid components, I definitely wouldn't be afraid of owning one of those for sure. And that's something that it's going to be more and more prevalent as time goes on for sure. And it would just be, to me, a matter of what fits you best based upon how you're using it. The other things that I would take into consideration is any type of, would the vehicle be excessively loaded or any type of towing or anything along those lines. I'm definitely a big advocate of all the EcoBoost that Ford has to offer with the direct injection and the higher pressure fuel systems and stuff like that with the turbos, just the performance and that you get out of those vehicles. And it really just depends on what you're looking for. If fuel economy is your thing, if acceleration is your thing, with you driving more highway miles on a hybrid version of a vehicle, I don't know that you would get a huge fuel advantage of that versus somebody that's in town, to where the hybrid portion of the vehicle would be activated more often. So it's really just a matter of kind of what you're using the vehicle for.
Have you seen any issues with respect to the hybrid in the last year or so?
We've
come
really,
through your maintenance?
yeah, we really haven't. I can think of one vehicle in particular that was a hybrid in an Explorer configuration like that we and it was brand new off of a transport that we had some electrical issues with it, but when it got down to it, it was nothing that was related to the hybrid portion of the vehicle, and it was just a matter of a module from that side. But even, I mean, I'm trying to think of the last hybrid battery that we replaced or put in a vehicle, and I'm relatively confident that it was, 6-8 months ago, and it was on a Prius from that side. And so the hybrid components, they've really come a long ways in the technology of the hybrid, but then also they've came a long way with the parts components, because even like on the Mach-E's, now that's a fully electric car, but the whole bottom of the car is a battery cell, and they have it now down to where you can actually disassemble the battery and replace individual cells in that battery. And so hybrids have really been proven to be pretty durable for what we've seen anyway. So
yeah. Okay. Well, listen, I appreciate your input.
Yeah, I hope I hope that helped you and got you some clarity. So, all right.
All right. Thank you very much.
Have a good rest of your day.
You too. Bye.
All right, just a few minutes left in the show, and any more callers, Josh? I don't think so. We got them on bell taking care of everything else too.
Right at the moment, anyway. So yeah, definitely the Broncos going to be here on I think Wednesday for training. You said what, 10 to 1 on that side?
Well, there'll be one class at 10.
Oh,
and another,
okay.
Yeah, and another class at 1. But he usually shows up here a little bit early to get the Bronco in the showroom, that kind of thing. So yeah, going to be fun, exciting Wednesday to have him here with that Bronco. Hopefully, our courtesy transportation Bronco gets here very quickly. I know it's in transportation shipping mode, but right now with all this chip thing and everything, we have what we call vehicle visibility. We can see where the vehicles are at, but right now it's so messed up because of what's happened with these chips and stuff. I've got vehicles that are sitting here that still say they're at the plant and different things and stuff too. So I'm hoping that thing shows up here any day. It'd be fun to get everybody out and test drive that thing. And basically, we're going to have 3 of them, Josh. We used to have 2, but now they've given us another one. And these 3 vehicles are all different and different trim levels and stuff. A 2-door and a 4-door. One's a manual. So you can go out and take them for a test drive. And that's what they're here for. So everybody can go out and test drive them, have fun with them. And then after we have them here 6 months, then we can sell them. But they got to stay here 6 months. And I wish it wasn't that long, but it is what it is too from that part. So anyway, it's a tough deal with this chip thing right now and getting vehicles and stuff. And like I said, we usually have 800 to 900 new cars sitting on the ground. And I think we're down to 30. So as they trickle in, we're selling them as fast as we can get them and stuff like that too. So sorry about the chip deal, but it's not just Ford; it's everybody. I drove by some lots this morning, look worse than ours. So it's kind of a tough deal right now. But it's driving the prices of the used cars out of control for sure. So anyway, Josh, let's do a recap so we can finish up and get out of here. Tonight's the 65th Hutchinson Grand Nationals. And I don't know why, but if I was you, I would be in those grandstands with a chance to register up. You can come in on the grandstand side. Lisa will be there with some tables and registration deals. If you're coming in on the pit side, you can jump over there in the pit window and register up, or come to our parts trailer and register up. And I would be there before 7 o'clock, registered up and ready to go. And to get everything set up for you and things too. But we already got 5 people picked from Facebook. They're all 5 going to be there. We're going to pick 5 more from the stands. And Josh, you've got the keys all checked out, right?
I do. Confirmed. We'll go through it again a little bit later on today or this afternoon for sure before. But yeah,
we're more time. We always do that, right?
ready to go on that side of things. So
it'll be exciting to see who wins that car. It's going to be exciting to see the 4 champions crowned tonight. Had some great racing over there last night and everything too. So it's going to be a blast.
Sounds like they had a pretty photo finish there on a couple guys.
A couple deals, yeah. Of course, I wish I could have seen that too, but I was focused on what Team 3J was doing.
What you needed to do, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So anyway, I hope I can help you guys at intermission with that car giveaway, Josh, but we'll see how things are and where we're at with the race car and what's going on there too, what we're going to do from that part. So anyway, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the great calls. Thanks for the great comments and stuff too. And we're going to go over to get the car serviced up, get back over to Hutch and everything else. Watch for the ice cream truck to be over there this evening too to get some free ice cream and stuff out of there. But everybody have a great weekend. Let's get this rain washed out of here and let's have some great racing over at the Hutch Nationals. And again, thanks NCR Division, everybody there for that. And let's go have some fun.